So we have to figure out how an individual demand curve can help us construct a market demand curve. First thing you need to know is that a market's demand curve is the horizontal summation of all individual demand curves for a good or service. What does that mean? Let's suppose there is a product, Pepsi, and Pepsi wants to see what is their total market demand. So they assume that, okay, there is customer A and there is customer B in the market. There's only two customers. Okay. And customer A is Abdullah and customer B is Fawad. And so let's do their individual demand curve का schedule लेते हैं. So we ask them, at the price of 30, how much would you buy? At the price of 50, how much would you buy? At the price of 70, how much would you buy? Different prices and options of that. Okay. And so if I ask Abdullah that, let's say in a day, if price of Pepsi was 30 rupees, how much would you be willing to buy? Give me a number. 2. If it was 50 then? And if it was 70? Probably 0. Okay. If they ask me for 30 rupees, I would say, I'll have 2. The price of 50, 1. And price of 70, 1 again. I'm not going to reduce it because I want to have one bottle a day, whether it's 50, whether it's 70. All right. So on this note, we'll construct a demand curve for Abdullah and we'll mark like 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. So the quantities are, at 70 you don't want to buy any, and then this is how your demand curve sort of looks like. You see how I'm constructing this? I've just marked the points. At 50, no, sorry, it's incorrect. At 50, at 70 you don't want to buy any. At 50 you want to buy 1, and at 30 you want to buy 2. That's your demand curve. I'll call it DA. As far as I go, customer B, at the same price of 30, 50 and 70, my quantities are that at 70 I want to have 1, at 50 I want to have 1, and at 30 I will be willing to have 2. So when I construct my demand curve, it looks something like this. So remember one thing, a demand curve does not have to be necessarily a straight demand curve, like the one you're suggesting. As long as it's downward sloping, it can have any kind of shape. As long as it's downward sloping. Now we can come up with the market ka demand curve. At the price of 30, the market sees, at the price of 30, Pepsi sees, based on customer A and B, at the price of 30, we can sell about how many units? 2 is for you, 2 is for me. So they're thinking at the price of 30, we can sell 4. At the price of 50, we can sell 2. And at the price of 70, we can sell 1. So based on this, they have come up with a demand curve, a market demand curve, जिसमें basically we have an A plus B, assuming that there is only 2 people in the market. Why do we call it horizontal summation? Because look, this is horizontally we're adding. At the price of 30, we just added the numbers 2 plus 2 equals to 4. Horizontally at the price of 50, we just added the numbers, we summed it up. 50 के ऊपर you said 1, I said 1, comes up to about 2. You see this? This is the method of constructing a market demand curve. Now, this is just two. We can have this for hundreds and thousands of people. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of calculation and stuff needed for this, but this is the method. So, whenever they give you a single demand curve, just keep in mind that there are individual demand curves and demand schedules to construct this final result.